Scene script. Have you ever wondered how your brain, a 3-pound mass of jelly, can process information, form memories and control your entire body? Picture this, an organ no larger than your 2 clenched fists together, nestled within the confines of your skull. This is your brain, an intricate network of billions of nerve cells, more complex than any machine ever built. It's divided into 3 main parts: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. The cerebrum, the largest part, is responsible for your thoughts, your emotions, your movement. Then there's the cerebellum, tucked under the cerebrum at the back, fine-tuning your motor skills. And finally, the brainstem, a little powerhouse that controls your body's automatic functions like breathing and heart rate. These parts work together seamlessly, thanks to the unsung heroes of the brain, the neurons. These microscopic nerve cells transmit information throughout the body, creating a vast, intricate web of communication. So the brain, a relatively small organ, holds immense power and intricacy. But how does it process information? Imagine the brain as a bustling city, with information whizzing around like cars on a highway. This vibrant, energetic city is teeming with inhabitants known as neurons. Just as people in a city communicate with each other, these neurons have a complex language of their own, enabling them to transmit messages across the brain. In this city of the mind, the neurons are the vehicles carrying information from one place to another. They don't travel on physical roads, but on pathways of electrical and chemical signals. Each neuron is like a car, carrying a precious cargo of information. When it reaches its destination, it doesn't just drop off the information. Instead, it sends a signal to the next neuron, a bit like a car honking its horn to announce its arrival. But how does this signal get across? Here's where our city analogy takes a fascinating turn. Between every pair of neurons, there's a tiny gap known as a synapse. Imagine it as a river flowing between 2 parts of a city. Cars can't just jump across, they need a bridge. In the brain, that bridge is a chemical called a neurotransmitter. When the signal arrives at the end of a neuron, it triggers the release of neurotransmitters. These tiny chemicals cross the synaptic gap, just like cars crossing a bridge. On the other side, the next neuron picks up the signal, like a car picking up a passenger. These neurotransmitters are the unsung heroes of our brain city. They come in many forms, each with a unique role. Some are like taxis, ferrying signals quickly and efficiently. Others are more like buses, carrying multiple signals at once. Some even act like traffic cops, regulating the flow of information to ensure everything runs smoothly. So, just like a city, the brain has its own information highway. But this isn't a simple A to B journey. Each signal can influence many neurons, creating a complex web of communication. This intricate network is constantly changing, adapting to new information and experiences. So, just like a city, the brain has its own information highway. But what happens when this information reaches its destination? What if you could remember every single day of your life in perfect detail? Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Well, this captivating ability is largely due to the power of our memory. Memory is a fascinating function of the brain that allows us to store, retain, and recall information. Think of your brain as a library and memories as books. Short-term memory is like a small table where we temporarily place books we're currently reading. It's limited in space, but the information is readily accessible. On the other hand, long-term memory is like the vast shelves of the library, storing countless books filled with knowledge and experiences, ready to be revisited when needed. Our brains constantly transfer information from the short-term table to the long-term shelves. Emotions play a pivotal role in this process. Intense emotions can etch certain experiences deeper into our memory, making them easier to recall. Indeed, our memories make us who we are. They are the diary of our lives. Did you know that your brain is the ultimate puppet master of your body? It's fascinating to learn how the brain, a small organ tucked away in our skulls, is responsible for controlling our entire body. Imagine a symphony orchestra. Each musician plays a different instrument, yet they all work together to create beautiful music. That's how our brain operates. It sends signals to our muscles, coordinating their movements to perform various tasks. Whether it's lifting a cup of tea, typing on a keyboard, or running a marathon, every action is choreographed by our brain. But that's not all. Our brain also regulates our bodily functions, acting like a diligent manager. It keeps our heart beating at the right pace, ensures our digestive system processes food correctly, and even controls our body temperature. It's truly an intricate dance of neurons and signals, all directed by the brain. So, next time you move a muscle, remember, it's all thanks to your amazing brain.